So are you looking for the lifestyle that a charming small town has to offer? Maybe you're looking to get outside of the city, or maybe you live in one of the suburbs and you're really frustrated with all the congestion, but you still want to have easy access to the conveniences of nearby cities. Well, I've actually found that small town. It's called Ball Ground, Georgia. You're going to be amazed by the quality of life, the natural beauty, and affordable housing here in this town. So grab some popcorn, maybe something to drink, grab a piece of paper and pen, because I'm going to take you on a map tour of Ball Ground. So let's check it out.
Okay, let's jump on Google Maps and let's take a look at Ball Ground, Georgia. Ball Ground, Georgia is going to be the city that we're going to be talking about today. Ball Ground is located in Cherokee County, and I always like to zoom out so you can see where the city or the suburb that we're going to be talking about here on our map tour, which is again Ball Ground, Georgia, in relationship to Atlanta. Let's see what the distance is. So if you left right now from Ball Ground, the city of Ball Ground, you travel down 575, which then turns into 75. It would take you a little bit over an hour to get there, so it is in a great location. It is a nice little city that we're going to be discussing today. You'll be able to see all the highlights of why a lot of people are moving to Ball Ground. But I always like to show you the distance from Ball Ground, Georgia to Atlanta. Okay, let's zoom back here into Ball Ground. So today we're going to be talking about Ball Ground again, which is in Cherokee County. The Ball Ground area right here is outlined in red. So if you're ever looking on Google Maps and you see the red line, that's basically the area that we're going to be discussing today. I always like to give a little history about Ball Ground. For those of you who are history buffs, I think you're really going to enjoy the history of Ball Ground because there is a lot of history here in Ball Ground. Now, first of all, the Cherokee Nation was settled here in this part of Georgia before the Europeans settled, and the Cherokee people really enjoyed this part of Georgia. A lot of times our buyers will ask us, "Well, Matthew, how did they come up with the name from Ball Ground?" And it is believed that it originated from the Cherokee Nation Indians, and they originated from the large field that the Cherokee used as a field for their stickball, and it was traditionally a Native American game resembling lacrosse. So that's how they came up with the city Ball Ground. Also, the city was incorporated as an official city here in Georgia in 1887, and one of the economic booms of Ball Ground for Georgia was the marble industry, and there is a couple cities north of Ball Ground. One is Nelson, the next one is Tate, which is the northern cities of Ball Ground, which do have really some large quarries of marble, and the marble industry really exploded in Georgia, and the Ball Ground area really was in the forefront of the marble industry here in Georgia.
By the way, my name is Matthew. I'm a real estate agent here in Georgia. I also moved to Georgia from Florida over 16 years ago and been loving it ever since. And welcome to my channel, North Georgia Life, where we cover everything there's to know about living in North Georgia and the surrounding suburbs, including the best neighborhoods, things to do, so you get a really good idea what it's like living here. Make sure you subscribe below so you'll be the first to learn about the current market here in Ball Ground, Georgia. My team and I love helping people just like you make a move here, even if that's in 5 days or 9 months. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. You can even schedule a Zoom call with us. All our contact information is in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move here to Ball Ground or one of the surrounding suburbs.
Okay, I'm going to zoom back out here. I always like to share with you, if you are working with myself or one of my team members and you're going to be flying into Atlanta, Georgia, what would be the direct route that you would travel? I'm going to take my pen here so I can write it on the screen for you. So if you were landing in the Atlanta airport right here, you would head north on 75, which 75 goes north through Marietta, and then 75 does fork. Here it goes right, and that turns into 575, which would take you through Woodstock, Holly Springs, and then you go through Canton, and then after Canton, you would hit Ball Ground. So that would be your fastest and direct route if you're going to be meeting myself and my team members here in the Ball Ground area, or just one of these suburbs that I have outlined. That would be the best way to travel from Atlanta. Okay, let's zoom in here so I can show you some of the good arteries and roads around Ball Ground. If you're looking at some homes online, you'll always be mindful of what are some of the roads and arteries to get around Ball Ground. Ball Ground is in the northern part of Cherokee County. It's a nice, really charming, quiet town, which do have some really good arteries, especially if you do have to commute down to Atlanta or just have to get across town. It's always be good to be aware of these different roads and arteries, especially if you're looking at some homes. You want to maybe take a look at what are some of the roads that are close to some of the homes or communities that you're looking at here in the Ball Ground area. So as I share with you, you come up 575, and from 575 is a major highway, which would let you get off right here. And from here, you would jump into the downtown area. The downtown area, which you'll see a little bit later in the video, is not really a major downtown square. It's just really just like a main street, one street that goes through the downtown area. And that street is called Gilmer Ferry Road, which is right there. Once you get outside of the downtown area on Gilmer Ferry Road, as you head this way, it will turn into Ball Ground Road, which will come down this way, and then that road comes down this way towards Highway 20, or you can also come this way towards Highway 20. If you get off on this exit here and you'd like to take this is a little more scenic road that goes parallel with 575 and goes up north. Right there, closer to this exit here, it first starts out as Canton Highway, and as you travel north, it does turn into Ball Ground Highway, which Ball Ground Highway goes all the way up here to the downtown area. If you're looking at some homes in this area here, or this area here, and you have a nice road here, which is called East Cherokee Drive, that winds through this area here and takes you right to Highway 20. One thing to be aware of is Highway 20. Highway 20 right now is being widened. It's going to be a 2-lane road on each side, so it'll be a total of 4 lanes, and it's being widening from Canton, and it's going all the way here, and it goes all the way to the Cumming area. So that's in the process right now. So if you do need to take 20, it's really going to be a really great, easy drive to get across if you do need to travel over to the Cumming area. And as you continue heading north on 575, that turns into 515, which will take into Jasper and then also LJ. Okay, so let's take a look here at Ball Ground. A lot of times when we're talking to our buyers that are looking at Ball Ground, or some of our buyers that actually have moved here, we always like to get feedback from them, what has attracted them to the Ball Ground area. One of the first things that we do here is they are looking for a nice little town in the Cherokee area. They don't really want to be in one of the larger suburbs like Alpharetta, maybe even Canton or Woodstock or even Cumming. They want to be a little bit further out, but not too far out where they can still commute and get back and forth to the city. So they are looking in these areas and they're really looking for a small town. One of the great things about Ball Ground, when you do visit Ball Ground, especially in your downtown area, the people there are really friendly. Really, when you see them, they're very welcoming, letting you come and visit and enjoy yourself there, and that's really attractive to some of the buyers there. And they just want to have a little town where they can really get to know the people, and the people know them. They can go to some of the local stores and restaurants, and they can know everybody by name. Okay, let's take a look at Ball Ground. The first thing I like to do is always go to niche.com. Niche.com is a good third-party website that we like referring our buyers to take a look at an area. It just gives you a nice little overview. They do give you a nice overall grade of the town or suburb that you're looking at. So niche.com graded overall Ball Ground an A. They actually said here in Ball Ground is the number 3 in best places to buy a house in the Atlanta area. In regards to the overall grade, they broke it out into public schools, which they gave it an A. Housing, they gave it an A. Good for families, they gave it an A. Crime and safety, they gave it an A. Nightlife, they gave it a B-, and diversity, they gave it a B-. Here on this.com says the population here is a little bit over 2,500 people that live there in the area. The median home value is $318,100. The median rent in this area is a little bit over $1,300 a month. And the ratio for people that rent there, that own, about 19% of the people that live there rent, and over about 81% of people own their home there. Ball Ground's ranking, best places to buy a home in Georgia. They're ranked at number 6 out of 414 places. Best suburb to buy a house in Georgia, they're ranked at number 6 out of 166. And suburbs are the best public schools in Georgia. They're ranked at number 19 out of 166. So some really good overall ratings. Again, crime and safety, they gave it an A, and a lot of the feedback from the buyers that we're talking to that have moved there, that we've helped move there, That's one of the things that they really enjoy is just the safety and the low crime in ball ground. The diversity, they gave it a B minus. Working in ball ground, the medium household income is a little bit over $103,000 a year. And the top rated schools and public schools and servicing ball ground, they gave it an A minus, and a B plus. Okay, so let's go back over to ball ground, and that's what we also hear from our buyers: affordability of houses, the really local downtown charm, the overall good schools there in ball ground. And as we always share with our buyers, check out schooldigger.com or niche.com or one of those third-party websites. Check out any schools, especially if you're making a decision on purchasing a home because of the school district. We always tell our buyers, make sure you do your research and check out the ratings of the schools that you're possibly looking to have your kiddos go to because you're looking at purchasing a home. And as I share with you, the downtown feel of ball ground, people really enjoy it. And also here in ball ground, compared to other places here in Cherokee County, one of the things that a lot of the residents do see is the affordability of houses that you saw that niche.com stated, but also you get really some nice large properties, nice large lots here in the ball ground area, especially if you are outside of where the downtown area is. You do have some nice properties. Some homes are in communities and other homes are not in communities, so they don't have any HOAs. A lot of people that live here in ball ground, they do really enjoy being sort of out without having any type of neighbors really close next door to them. One of the things that you'll see is, you're right here close to the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and a lot of the buyers are looking at ball ground really are outdoor enthusiasts. They really want to be outdoors hiking and biking, maybe on their motorcycle, or just, they enjoy mountain biking. So they really have some really great access to the outdoor activities here. And also the employment opportunities around ball ground. Ball ground has some employment opportunities, but because you're so close, let me get my pencil here. Yeah, we're talking right here, but because you're so close to Canton right here, which is a major suburb, Cumming, which is another major suburb, you got Woodstock, you have Alpharetta. So you have these suburbs right here, which has a lot of employment opportunities, which is an easy, quick drive. And that's one of the things that people really enjoy about ball ground, is that they can have a really short commute. They don't have to commute all the way down to Atlanta to have access to several different employment opportunities. And we do see a lot of people that live in ball ground. Some of them are working from home, so they can enjoy the small town charm feel, work from home. One of the things we always tell our buyers to check out, especially when you get further up in the North Georgia mountains, you definitely want to check out your internet signal and access to Wi-Fi and so forth, especially if you're working from home. Okay, let's take a close look here at downtown area. You've been hearing so much about the downtown ball ground, so I want to highlight what are some of the stores and restaurants, what are some of the things that you can do in the downtown area. Again, it's just one main road that goes through downtown. The main road is Gilmer Ferry Road, as you can see here. It does turn into A.W. Roberts Drive when you get closer to the ball ground highway. But right here through the heart, one of the first things I always like to point out to you is the ball ground burger bus. This is a really classic restaurant here in ball ground. They have some really great burgers, as you can see. And then actually, as you are walking through the downtown area, you see this nice bus here that you can actually enjoy, have a nice burger here at the ball ground burger bus. So if you're ever in ball ground and you do love it burgers, this is definitely a place you should definitely check out if you're interested in trying out a nice meal. The next place here is the Barrel House Coffee Company. Always like supporting the local coffee companies of some of these small little towns and suburbs. So if I'm ever in the area there, I always like to fill up my caffeine tank. This is one of the coffee stores I stop in, especially if I'm driving through the downtown ball ground area. As you can see, just right here on the main drag, nice, really delicious mochas and espressos. You can actually pick up some local coffee beans here. So this is a really delicious coffee store shop right there on Main Street. Okay, some of the other restaurants and stores, we actually also have the Rock Solid Brewing. And for those of you who really enjoy beer, this is a really nice local place. A lot of the locals come, and also the people that live around Ball Ground come to this brewery to really enjoy the different type of beers they have here. Got some light beer, some dark beer. They actually even have different events and games. They actually brew them right here. So it's a really fun place. It's a great place to bring the family and some of your friends. They can enjoy drinking some beer together, really having a great time. As you can see, they got some outdoor spaces, especially during the summer and springtime. Okay, I'd like to take you down to the street here just so you can get a little feel and flavor of what it's like. As you can see here, see how you got a nice little downtown area, nice feel here, nice stores that you can go to. Also, they have some really great antique shops here, a vintage shop. There's actually a vintage store here where you can buy still some vintage music. Want to come back down this way so you get an idea of what the downtown area looks like. Again, that's the Burger Bus place. So you can see some really nice historic buildings, really some nice brick buildings, been around a long time. So this is a really nice, charming downtown area, as you can see. Now, another nice place I want to show you is not in right here on the main street, but it's probably just a couple minutes north up 372 right here. It's called Feathers Edge Vineyards. And this actually is a winery vineyard. It's a really nice place to come to. Actually, one of my buddies who plays live music have actually played here. They have some really nice wine that they grow here at the vineyards, at the Feathers Edge Vineyards, that you can enjoy. It's a nice appetizer. They got some really comfortable indoor and also outdoor space where you can sit, you can enjoy some live music. Actually shows a picture here, also some live music, people playing here. So this is another great place just right outside of Ball Ground that I always recommend to my buyers if they're looking for a local vineyard here in Ball Ground. Also, you do have some vineyards up in Dahlonega, which is a short drive. If you are interested in tasting different type of wines, you get several different vineyards up in the Dahlonega area. One of the things that Ball Ground is really well known for is all the wedding venues. You have a really, as you can see here, just pulled up wedding venues in and around Ball Ground. One of the ones right here in the downtown area, it's called the Wheeler House. Actually, one of my friends got married here a couple years ago. This is a really nice classic wedding venue. Has a nice barn style, as you can see, rustic style, really some nice southern charm that people can really have a nice wedding and enjoy themselves. They also do have a nice little area here, and this is the barn. This is actually, the wedding was held outside, the one that I went to, and then inside the barn is where they had all the food and the dancing and the live music. Here shows that where they do the outside wedding, especially on some nice spring and summer days. So you can see this is a really beautiful wedding venue right here in the Ball Ground area. Another one, just want to point out to you, if you are looking to have a wedding and you are already living in Georgia, another one would be this one here. It's called West Milford Farm. This is another wedding venue that a lot of people use here in the Ball Ground area. Really nice, beautiful landscaping, rustic feel. This is another very beautiful vineyard. You've got nice pictures of the Blue Ridge Mountains right here in the Ball Ground area. So I just want to point that out to you because that's one of the things that Ball Ground is well known for is the wedding venues right here in Ball Ground. For those of you who are wondering, where are the local stores, restaurants, the main stores and restaurants like the Home Depots, maybe the stores in regards to major food chains, where would they be located from Ball Ground? The great thing about Ball Ground is right here in Canton, which is just a really quick drive down 575, and also right here on Highway 20, you have some major Home Depots, Lowe's, Walmarts right here in the area. As you can see here, here's a super Walmart right here. Also over here on the Riverstone Parkway, again, you got Home Depot, you got major stores over here. You have a Longhorn, so also all your shopping is right here. And also if you continue right here on 20, you got some major stores for you to shop at. Around Ball Ground, you got some mom and pop type of little stores, but for your major store chains, the quickest and closest place that you would travel to would be right here in Canton on either Highway 20 or also on Riverstone Parkway. Now, one of the things that really attracts people to Ball Ground is the outdoor activities that is available for you right around you here in Ball Ground. For those of you who enjoy golf and you're asking yourself, Matthew, where's the closest golf course? Right here in Ball Grounds, you do have Hawks Ridge Golf Club. This course is in actually a exclusive private community. It's gated, and this golf course is a membership only, so it's not open to the public. But the great thing is you do have some golf courses right here in Canton, also here in Cumming, and also down in Woodstock that are semi-private golf courses. So you have plenty of golf courses all around you here in Ball Ground and around Ball Ground that if you are interested in playing golf. For those of you who are looking for a park or maybe some outdoor activities, the local park here in Ball Ground is called Calvin Farm Park. It's right here in the downtown area. This is probably going to be your local and closest park if you're right here in downtown, but also Ball Ground does have several different parks around it in, again, the Canton, Cumming, Woodstock, Alpharetta area. You have a lot of different activities there in and around Ball Ground. You do also have the Gibbs Garden, which is right here. Gibbs Garden is a really beautiful garden. You can spend the whole day there looking at all the different plants that are here in the garden. And this is really a quick, easy drive to get to Gibbs Garden. Also, if you travel a little north up towards Dawsonville, you have the Amical Falls State Park here. Right here on the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Amical Falls has some nice walking areas, has a beautiful waterfall. Also, there's stairs that you can walk that go along the waterfall all the way up the waterfall. Got some great pictures of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So that's one of the things that people really enjoy about Ball Ground is all the outdoor activities. And the nice thing about living in Ball Ground is that you have at Jasper, you got LJ, you got Dahlonega right here. You can take some really nice Sunday drive, go up into the Blue Ridge Mountains. Got some really beautiful scenic drives here through the mountains if you like to take a drive. Also, you've got someone who really enjoys motorcycles. You can go into the Blue Ridge area. You'll see motorcycles traveling through the mountains all the time. Okay, let's jump over here to FMLS. I'd like to show you some homes that are available here in Ball Ground. Now, the search I did is nothing very specific, just did a general search just to show you what are some homes that are available here in the Ball Ground area. So the first home I'd like to show you is really close to the downtown area. Now, this is called the Creekside at Farmers Crossing. This is a new construction community that's actually being built right here. It's really nice walking distance or a quick drive to get down to some of those local stores that I showed you right there in the downtown Ball Ground area. This home is listed for $419,900. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. Has a little bit over 1,800 square feet. And again, it was built in 2023. Just want to show you this nice, beautiful home. Got a 2-car garage. Gives you a nice little floor plan, what it looks like inside, all the different upgrades. So this is a nice little community here in the downtown area. For those of you, some buyers ask us, Matthew, we're more interested in a new construction home, not a resale home. So this would be one of the new construction communities that we would show you in the Ball Ground area. Let's go back out. This next home here is closer to Highway 20. And this is the Hawks Ridge gated community. This is the one that I showed you about the golf course. This is a really high-end exclusive community. It's gated, and also, as I shared with you, the golf course is a private golf course, so it's just for members only or their guests. But this one is listed for $3.5 million. It has over 11,000 square feet, including upstairs, the main floor, and the basement. It has a total of 5 bedrooms and a total of 6 full bathrooms and 2 half bathrooms. It was built in 2008, and also it does sit on a 2.8 plus or minus acres. So you can see here, this community, like I shared with you, is a very high-end, exclusive community, custom-built homes with some beautiful finishes, beautiful landscaping, as you can see here in this home, really nice large homes. Still have those nice large lots, so even though you're in a gated community, these are nice large estate properties that really still provide the privacy that you're looking for. This is the golf course there in the community, nice street view. As you can see, it sits nicely off from the main street there in the community, give you some nice privacy. It does have a pool, and again, some beautiful outdoor lights. So you can see how stunning this house is. Nice doors, hardwood floors. So some beautiful finishes there in this home. Okay, the next house here. This house here is in Northwoods, Northwoods community. It actually does not have a homeowner association, so this would be a house that we would possibly show you if you're not looking for a home that's in a HOA. It's listed for $589,000. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It has a little bit over 1,700 square feet. It was built in 1987 and it's a little bit over 2 acres a lot, plus or minus. I just want to show you. And that's one of the things you'll see here in Ball Ground as you drive around Ball Ground. You have some homes that are just out on some really nice large properties, or also if you do drive into some of the communities that do not have homeowner associations, they give you a lot of privacy that people really enjoy. A lot of people that are looking at Ball Ground really don't want to be in the hustle and bustle, don't want to be in an area that has much congestion, too much traffic. They really want that type of lifestyle that the Ball Ground area has to offer. Okay, so that's just a couple houses here in Ball Ground. As I share with you, you have several other homes here in the Ball Ground area. Also, I mentioned to you, if you are interested in some other suburbs outside of Ball Ground, I have several different videos here on my playlist about living in Canton, Georgia, living in Cumming, Georgia, living in LJ, living in Dawsonville, Dahlonega, Woodstock, Alpharetta, and Milton area. So I have several different videos. If you are interested in this area, but maybe just not Ball Ground, you want to see what other suburbs are around here, what it's like to live there, definitely make sure you check out my playlist of other great videos.
Thank you for joining us on this map tour of Ball Ground, Georgia. If you're thinking about moving here in the next 5 days or 9 months, or you just have some more questions, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All our contact information is right here on the screen. Down in the description below, there is a link to my personal calendar if you'd like to schedule a Zoom call with myself or one of my team members. We would love to help you answer your questions, make sure that we're finding the right home based on your budget and your lifestyle. And until next time, as we always say here on our channel, North Georgia Life, we make the world a better place, one person, one family, one investor at a time, through the power of real estate.